Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome back to the Thursday stream. Welcome, everybody. I hope we're all doing well today. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Nick Matt. Hello, Silver. Welcome, everybody. Lying is running a little bit late today, due to various IRL problems. But I'm sure that they will be joining us shortly. In the meantime, let me actually load up the world. And let me talk a little bit about something that I'm quite excited about. Which is... So, okay. First things first. Summer Games Fest happened today. Or it started today, rather. And it goes on for the next 2 or 3 days. And most of the games that were announced today, the premieres, the first looks, the bits and pieces that this is all about, looked pretty generic. There were a few standout titles, I'll give them that. Some of them looked pretty good. Aliens Dark Descent had a really cool trailer, and then it turns out that it's a top-down shooter, and I was a little bit disappointed in that. And a couple of other games which were pretty cool, but not great. One game that did stand out to me, though. No, actually, 2 games stood out. It is Thursday. It is Thursday, Luca. Oh, God. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to this world. Yeah. So, 2 games that stood out. Witchfire, which looked very interesting. And... why is my car moving? And Nightingale. Yeah. So, let's talk about Witchfire very briefly, because I don't know much about it. So, Witchfire is, by the looks of it, an FPS sort of, it gave me Doom vibes in some ways. And it looked quite cool, looked quite enjoyable. Doom and Elden Ring combined, and it looked really interesting. I'm quite looking forward to seeing where that goes. But the main thing that I'm interested in is Nightingale, which they gave us some new information on on this. And the new information is interesting. And I'll actually talk about it a little bit more when Lion gets here. Because there's some cool stuff that I want to talk about, and Lion might have a few things to say about it as well. Because there's some old reminiscences in the latest stuff that we've been shown. So yeah. But yeah. So I'll be talking a little bit about Nightingale this stream, because Nightingale, for those of you that don't know, I've been avidly following the development of Nightingale quite closely, because it is a game that I am very interested in, and I would very much like to see, and I would very much like to play as well. It's one of those games that I'm very interested in seeing come to fruition. for various reasons, but the steampunk aesthetic and the survival sort of construction crafting stuff that the game focuses on is the main reasons. So yeah. How have we all been today? I hope we're all doing well today. I realized that I went on a bit of a ramble to start off this stream. I promise I did not mean to do that intentionally. Summer Games Fest happened today, and I was like, I want to talk about this stuff, and I didn't mean I didn't plan to talk about it today, but things happen. So yeah. Oh, dearie me. Drill. That's what I need. Now, Lying is actually in the call at the moment, so he can hear me chattering away about all of this stuff. But they are not currently here. So I'm sure they will arrive soon enough, and then I can chatter away at them instead of chatter away with them in the background. Yeah. Yes, that is a good point. I can announce this now. Now that you've accepted, Lydia, I can announce this. Lydia is our new 4th player for the Shadows of Sorcery D&D streams. I invited Lydia to join us as the 4th member of our little party, taking over from Aluka, and I expect chaos, and I expect fun and creativity and a variety of other things. And Aluka, I have started using Obsidian to organize all my D&D stuff at this point, because I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is starting to get out of hand. I need a good note-taking system. Like, last stream, I was just like, where have I put all my notes? I need my notes. So, yeah. I've started using Obsidian for all my notes now. And, I sort of expected that to happen. But yeah. That's happened. Yeah. Oh boy. You just started the entirety of your universe's lore in it, so neat and organized and clean and understandable. I know. I started putting stuff into Obsidian earlier, and I was like, I could use this for the Ghost Industries lore as well. I could add more lore to this. Obsidian is free, Silver. Yes. It is a note management software. I'll actually grab a link very quickly. There we go. Yes, it is very, very nice, Aluka. I'll give you that. It is very nice. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with it, actually. It is a very helpful way to keep things organized in my brain and on paper. Or, well, I say paper. More like... Oh. You get what I mean. You get what I mean. That should do, right? Line tab in will give you collapsed menus in the notes, and it's so choice. I will. I haven't used it that much yet. I will be using it a lot more. So yeah. Will the World of Madness server be updating to 1.19 at some point? We will be updating at some point. The question is, when is that point? At the moment, we don't really know. It could be in a week, it could be in a month. It all depends on how the World of Madness server mods and plugins and all of that sort of thing, all of the data packs and stuff that we use. It all depends on how all of that stuff is updated in the process. Because surprisingly enough, despite the fact that World of Madness seems relatively vanilla, it actually uses a lot of server-side mods. We shall see. But yeah, it is planned, but we have no specific date as to when. So yeah. And for those who are not aware, the World of Madness SMP is a Minecraft server that me and Lying are a part of, as well as a variety of other incredibly talented content creators, such as Predicted Cyborg, the Monkey. I forget Monkey's full name. I just know him as Monkey, the full content creation title. We have Daza, we have George, we have Night Fox, who I haven't seen in a while actually, but I need to badger him about a variety of things. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. What do I need? I need stuff for. Hold on. What I need to do is welder on. And I need to grab the items for all of this stuff. Oh god, the wheels. The wheels are getting in the way. I believe Daza is doing well, Aluka. I believe he's still recovering from a variety of problems that have plagued him for a few months now, but I think he's doing better than he was before, at the very least. At the very least. Yeah, I think he's doing fine. At least last I heard, anyway. Those were not the intended sections to be welded up, but okay. You sure about that game? You sure all components have been successfully withdrawn? Because that doesn't seem right.
There we go.
There he is. There's the Lying.
Okay, I don't appear to be dead, so that's good.
Congratulations on not being dead.
Because the last time that we were on this save, we didn't leave in the most auspicious of manners. as I
No.
recall.
Well, yeah, we got a little bit booted out due to Steam and Space Engineers having a spat, shall we say. Not
Not to
being...
be confused with you and I having a spat, which sounds much sassier.
Well, we sound like an old married couple line, but, you know. I need more of this.
What have I missed so far?
Not too much. I was just talking about Summer Game Fest.
I did hear mention of an Alien game.
Yes, Alien Dark Descent. I was very interested in it because I thought, ooh, Alien Isolation 2 technically maybe looks interesting. And then I was disappointed because it's a top-down shooter.
I mean, I'll take it. I don't get fed very much in that regard. I'll take it.
I mean, yeah, like, fine, but at the same time, it's not like, yeah, I get, yeah, okay, top-down shooter, fine, but I would prefer like something more along, like, I don't play them, right? I don't play Alien games. I don't play horror games at all. But at the same time, Alien is designed around the idea of horror and suspense and stuff, and it feels ingenuine to do a top-down shooter in that sort of universe, if that makes any sense.
Have you not seen Aliens 2?
No. I have not seen any of the
Have you not heard
Alien
of the
films.
Aliens Colonial Marines?
No, I have not. I have not seen any of the films. I have not seen...
This would explain then why you feel like a shooter game in the Alien universe doesn't make sense.
The only Alien stuff that I've seen is Alien Isolation and that one episode of Kim's spaceship.
The one I
series.
programmed. You mean?
Yes, the one you programmed. Like, those are the only two real references of aliens that I'm fully aware of. Like, I'm not a horror person. I don't like watch Alien or any other horror for that matter. For the most part, it's not my thing. But like, Alien Isolation was compelling enough in its narrative that I was actually quite interested in watching it. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. Maybe it's not as out of place as I think it is, but to me it does feel out of place. If that makes any sense.
Makes sense, it's just the hyper-masculinized stuff that Alien makes fun of. The main thesis of Aliens, or Alien 2, whichever way you want to call it, was more or less that you cannot fight fear with a gun. You cannot shoot horror. And hence, the guys that are like big, muscle, burly, brawn kind of guys with the best weapons imaginable go in and are immediately destroyed.
Yeah.
And then there's just a matter of every single piece of firepower we have will not stop this.
Yeah.
And what ultimately defeats fear is love. So, like, that is the main thesis of Aliens. But everybody loves a good shooter game. So...
Yeah, I suppose.
And Aliens was a really good shooter game, as it were. So... Like, there's literally a point in Aliens where they are just watching ammo counters go down. And it's like one of the most cited, one of the most popularly cited scenes. So, there's a bunch to take away from it. I think a top-down shooter could be done properly. Like, if you think of Darkwood, I think it can work. That said, I haven't seen the trailer, and I don't know a single damn thing about this game. So...
Well, the trailer is cinematic, so no gameplay until, like, the end. Like, that's the thing that disappointed me, was you had this really cool trailer with all of this really interesting lore, and then they tack on, like, a 10-second clip of the actual gameplay on the end, and it's just a top-down shooter. And it's like, I'm a little bit disappointed now. You know? Okay.
Okay, I believe we were just talking about Aliens Dark Descent.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, just had to get my stream started there. Over at
That's fine.
twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon. Okay. So the story for today of why I'm late.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, okay, so we had our shower, like, there is, in our bathroom, there is a pull cord that controls power to the shower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% certain why that is, but it's there anyways. That
It seems
broke.
to be the case in a lot of old British houses, to be honest.
Oh, this place was redone. I don't know why why it's like that.
Huh.
But, that broke on Sunday.
Oh dear.
So,
As in, like,
Sunday-
the cord broke, or like...
as in the switch broke.
Oh, that's not great.
So, we got that fixed, like, Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, I think. And then Fuzz went to have a shower, as one would, when they just had their shower fixed. I turned
Yeah.
on the living room lights, and the power went out.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, and then a few hours later after that, Fuzz went to do a bunch of laundry, and while I was in the middle of my last run to go and save Golden Sands and Sea of Thieves, and the power went out again.
Huh.
So we've had an electrician in today, and they have determined... Well, firstly, they've determined it's not the switch, so the shower
Okay.
functions.
That's good to know.
What they did determine is that in the process of fixing the switch, there was a surge on the main power of the building that finally made our washing machine kick the bucket
Oh.
after 7 years. Give or take.
Huh.
So, consequently, we don't have a washing machine now. So that's a
not-
£200
that's
bill
not
I'm gonna have to
good.
cover, but oh well.
That's-
We
that-
will be able
that
to
ain't
cover
great.
that, but it's I swear I'm going to grumble at every large bill I get this year just because there's so many of them for some reason. But anyways, it's the start of my plans for today. Here I have the Agaris map, and I am correct in my assumptions. This iron deposit here is where the Iron Bazaar is. That's where I currently am. And then over
there
here-
should be a little marker that marks out the ITC stop and go next to it. Yeah.
The blue diamond?
Yes.
Then yes, okay. And then to the northeast we have the cobalts, and then beyond that, even further, we have a big magnesium deposit which is close, I believe, to where the harbor is.
If it's by the lake, then yes. If it's like
Yes, there
it
is
looks like
a
it's on
lake
a
there.
lake. Yes.
Yes, okay, good. Directly north of the iron deposit that I'm currently at is a nickel deposit, which is
Yes,
the
there
thing
is.
that we keep running out of because we only get it from stone.
Yes.
So I'm going to run over here with the truck, set up a basic mine, and then I'm going to make a gunship, and I'm going to fly all the way over here, stopping at the harbor to get some munitions, and I'm going to shoot anything that looks like an enemy power supply in the desert.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair.
Yeah, and hopefully that means that we can get access to gold, which will be useful in making superconductors for upgrading our refineries at the harbor.
Bearing in mind, okay, so the one small problem. The gold is under or nearby a region outpost.
Yep.
which is
So-
about, like, you can tell sort of the standard size of region outpost by the UCA one that is nearby the iron mine, where the nickel deposit that's closest to you is. And they're relatively large-ish.
Now, fortunately, I have taken this into account, and I have already designed a gunship that has a 1.4 kilometer range, and assuming that you haven't been lying to me, should outrange anything at that outpost.
I'm fairly sure I have not been lying to you, but we'll see, I guess, because I've never taken on any of these outposts before. But none of the default settings have been changed as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, we don't have weapon core. So the AI should have a max targeting range of 800 meters. So with a 1.4 kilometer gun, I should be able to just pick them apart.
Hopefully. Yeah.
Slowly, but pick them apart.
Yeah.
And since we have the harbor right next to the magnesium deposit, we should be able to get a bunch of munitions.
Well, fingers crossed, as it were.
Of course, all of that starts with me building a basic nickel mine.
And in the meantime, I am going to start construction, or, well, I say construction, more like start destruction of the tunnel that is going to run through the mountain to actually do the things. Yes, the things. You know what I mean.
Give or take.
Yeah.
You're going to be building a road through a mountain.
I'm basically, that is exactly what I'm going to be doing.
Do we want to skip the night a little bit, just so that we can actually see anything?
Sure, give me a second.
Are we going to be doing this in the divine manner or by bits?
I mean, either way, it has to be done by the divine manner, so,
There we go.
Because we're a bit too far apart to be doing it in beds normally.
Yes. Okay, that's a bit bright.
But, yeah. Anyway, back to Summer Games Fest and the titles published therein. Another game that I'm extraordinarily excited about, probably more excited than I have any right to be quite honest, because it's probably going to disappoint me somehow, is a game called Nightingale. You may have heard me chattering about that earlier. Now, Nightingale is a survival crafting, steampunk style, sort of, I'm not going to call it an MMO. It's not really an MMO. It's more like just, think sort of, I guess similar to Conan in some ways. In that you have a construction system, you have a variety of, like, different enemies and different, like, peoples and stuff. But it's all set, like, the setting for this entire game is the Feywilds. So the lands of the Fey.
You have my attention.
Yes, I thought that might grab you. Basically, Nightingale is, the game is set in the idea that humanity gained access to portals to the Fey realm. And now the portals are basically collapsing, and nobody knows why. So humanity has basically gotten stranded in various Fey realms, and the only known beacon of humanity is a city called Nightingale, that is basically sort of the origin point of humanity and the last bastion of humanity in sort of the Fey realms. And the goal of the game, I don't know if it's the goal, but the sort of aspiration of the game is you need to return to Nightingale. That is where it is safe, basically. And it looks pretty interesting. One of the things that they introduced in Summer Games Fest, in the preview that they showed, is the realm travel system. Now, I tried to find a relatively sort of a comparison that we would both sort of share in, and the best one I could come up with was this is going to take you back a long timeline, so I apologize for that.
Right.
Do you remember Mistcraft?
Yes, I remember Mistcraft.
That is basically how the travel system works. You build a machine next to a portal, and then you input a series of cards that give you your possible destination.
Okay, can I expand this further? I remember playing Myst.
I don't remember playing Myst because I never played it, which is why I went for Mistcraft.
I can't say I ever got very far with it because I sucked at the puzzles, but did play Myst.
I mean, if it comes to like puzzle games, the one thing that I could probably compare to Myst is Abduction, which I have played. But yeah, so basically, Nightingale has this basis of you pick a set of cards, input them into a machine, and it generates a destination, or well, I say generates, it picks a destination world that applies those cards to the actual world. So you can choose like desert biomes, and that's why I said it's a bit like Mistcraft, because I remember the book system for like generating new worlds in that.
Oh yeah. Which was surprisingly stable for the most part on Minecraft servers.
Yeah, although I do remember it being a little bit problematic at times.
Oh yeah, because you could make a world full of the most rare or imaginable in your entire mod pack. Are you okay?
Fine. The vehicle that I'm on at the moment is very front heavy, so I braked and it sort of tipped forward. Yeah. Don't worry, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. What was I saying? I've forgotten.
You were talking about problems with Mistcraft, I believe?
Oh, no, I was talking about the Nightingale sort of
there you are.
area progression system. Now, one of the things that they also showed off, which I am extraordinarily excited about, is a new glimpse at the building system. To the point where we actually saw a progression of like construction, to the point where suddenly, from one scene to the next, there were no airships in the sky, and then there were airships in the sky, and I was like, ah, yes, if this is what I think it is, I am very happy.
I'm sure I've played a game that involved manning an airship in the sky before. Can't remember its name, but definitely played it.
I have played several.
I wonder how that game's doing.
Which one?
I don't remember its name. I'm actually gonna have to check my
because there are two that I can think of. One is Guns of Icarus.
That's the one, I think.
And the other one is Worlds Adrift.
Guns of Icarus Online is what I have on my Steam library.
Well, the other one would be Worlds Adrift. And that one was very good, and I miss that game so much. I need lights. That's what I need. But yeah, so Nightingale, I'm cautiously excited, I suppose you could say. Because I know that it is 100% possible for the game to not be anywhere near as good as it professes to be, but at the same time, I want it to be good, and I want it to be good so bad. You know?
Yeah.
But we'll see. We shall see. But yeah. So that is my takeaway, if you will, from Summer Games Fest. There's some interesting games. There's some cool ideas. I didn't get to watch it all because obviously stream was starting, but for the most part, I am excited. I'm very excited. Hey Zari, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
But yeah. Nightingale is actually looking promising, and I am very interested in seeing where they take it. But we shall see. I need
That is power over here.
this.
Hopefully, I should not be over here too long.
Oh, right.
I just need to get a decent hunk of nickel ore into the chocolate lead.
Hmm.
And in true fashion, I'm immediately out of a resource I need, interior plates.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Of course. Do I have enough hydrogen to hurl myself back? Probably not.
Let's see. Panel in the roof. That. And then, do I have any girders in my inventory? No, but I think. Yes, I do.
Let's see. I will follow the naming convention of the magnesium mine and call this the Knackle mine.
The Knackle mine. Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna need a rotor as well on top of this, which is also probably gonna be a bit tricky, but we'll see. As long as I'm here at the very least, though, I will dig straight down, Minecraft style, and get some stuffs. Shouldn't have to go too deep.
Fingers crossed on that.
I have been working off camera on a mining drone code so that I can just plank something here wherever I need it to be and then get everything I need. But, well, space engineers is not exact science. So that's taking me a bit.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. I was going to say, Space Engineers is somewhat based on science, but actually...
Well, I found out recently that, for those of you at home who don't know this, the amount of force needed, the number of newtons to make something oppose gravity is equal to gravity times its mass. Straight forwards. Any higher than that, it starts floating upwards. Turns out you need more than that in space engineers.
Really?
I can get a ship to know its exact volume of gravity and the direction it's going in and all that sort of thing. I can calculate its exact total mass, including all of its inventory, and it's not enough. It sails slowly but accelerating down as though it's not accounted for gravity totally.
Interesting.
So I'm having to look into some substantially more complicated maths to make it work. Called a pit controller, which takes a bit to figure it out. I'm only getting stone. Why am I only getting stone? I dug straight down, like, not too far from where I found this. So. How deep is this nickel?
That is a good question.
Fairly sure I'm deeper now than our iron deposit was.
Will this fit? Fucking hell.
You good?
I'm annoyed at Space Engineers wheel collisions.
Oh dear.
Can I put it?
Did something bad happen, or?
No, it's just a case of, like, even though realistically it should let me place something in the area I want to place it, because the collisions for Space Engineers wheels are in fact spheres, it doesn't.
I see.
Yeah. Pain in the arse. I thought I refilled my hydrogen tank. Wow. Gone through it really fast.
This marker is directly below me, so it should just be a matter of going straight down.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, I'm excited for Nightingale. If I don't get a copy of the game early on, I will probably end up buying into the early access, because it is one of those games that I'm like, actually this I want to play. This I want to play a lot. So yeah, I'll send you a link to the website, and you can take a look at it for yourself later online. Oh. Because I think you would enjoy the lore behind it at the very least.
Well, there's a number of games that are on my list to play this year that I have been holding off on doing, because there is a very particular stream asset that I need to get before I think I can really do them justice. Yeah, and there was a slight typo in my announcement to that to the players, to the patrons today. But starting tomorrow, I have some special patron-only live streams to try and put that asset together.
Nice. Where am I putting this?
Okay, inventory of 3,000 nickel ore, which should hopefully tide me over a little bit. Yeah, I get to stretch my artistic skills, which I haven't done in, well, I guess technically since I made Prime.
I mean,
Russell,
I don't pray, Aluka. I'm not that sort of person, but I will wish you luck.
So you don't pray to a divine sky daddy, but
no,
you will pray that quantum mechanics will work in Aluka's favor. Is that how it's going?
I mean,
that's all that good luck is.
I mean, I won't pray to Sky Daddy, but I will pray to a Sugar Daddy. You know.
You and me both. That's how I pay my bills. That's how I'm replacing this washing machine.
Yeah. This job requires prayer. There is some god who deems it fit to punish me with it. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right, Luca. I mean, I suppose I'm technically, like... Actually, I don't want to think about that.
Oh yeah, I have found something else out in the course of my testing for this drone, which is that your inventory affects how heavy a ship is.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so if we have, like, was it ×3 personal inventory?
Yes, we do.
Right. If you have a full inventory that
no,
is
wait,
3
×5
times larger...
personal, ×3 cargo.
Yeah. Well, either way, if you have a really bulky inventory, which I didn't realize I had at the time because I was in creative, so it didn't have a limit, really. But I sat into one of my test drones with, like, several million stone in my inventory, and suddenly it wouldn't take off.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, that hadn't occurred to me in the slightest bit, so consequently I was a bit confused until, like, I hopped in and out of it and I saw the mass of the vessel, like, quadrupling.
It doesn't usually affect at the end of the day, because it's like...
It's usually
yeah, usually you don't have anything in your inventory, or you're, like, it's really low down. The amount of stuff that you have, but like sometimes you'll get in a craft and the craft will just plummet and you'll be like, ah, shit.
I had no idea that space engineers had implemented patch shaming, but evidently. Onwards home.
Lift.
With 5.66 thousand nickel ore. Well, let me see, what else has been going on for me? I am decently certain of a birthday present I'm getting sometime soon.
Oh god, that's tipping too far forward too fast. I need to put more weight on the back.
Which is that one of my patrons has very kindly bought the hard drives that were on my wish list.
Ooh.
So, hopefully, my streaming computer will be more stable by the end of this month.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, might even boot faster, imagine that.
I mean, I have an Amazon wish list, but I don't have a PO box set up with it. So it's like... I would like
When is
stuff
long
off
birthday,
of
Aluka? My birthday is the 14th of this month. I was born right in the middle of Pride Month, and this should not surprise anyone.
it. Yeah. Lang's is the 14th.
This witch
of
hella gay.
June. And then my birthday is the 7th of July. It's like next month.
Very similar birthday with Long. Yeah, I think you're only like a couple of days off from me, Aluka. I'm not sure. Yeah. So let me see. That is next Tuesday. So my usual programming stream will be replaced. I know, huge disappointment. I know to the massive audience I have for my programming streams.
I mean, I say something lying, but I'll be quite honest. I have nothing to say on that. Well, nothing good anyway.
I know it's a niche. I know it's a niche. It's a
It
niche
is a
I
niche.
enjoy though. Their streams
Yeah.
done more for my enjoyment than anything else. Also, it means I get to use chat as a rubber duck.
Yeah, no,
But-
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Next week that will be replaced with a beach stream. I'll be playing some party games with the community and whatnot then. So yeah, if you want to see me in another bathing outfit, then that'll be on Tuesday. But it's also Pride Month, so I have been dressing up as frequently as I can. Because heck yeah.
I mean, I've been doing the usual of I am currently sat in my pajamas because that's the I
have a rule of never streaming in my pajamas, even if the camera's off, so...
just realized that I'd been streaming my desktop with Space Engineers in the foreground instead of just streaming Space Engineers. So
Wow.
everyone on my stream could also see your chat that I have in the other corner, as well as all of my browser tabs and Steam in the background.
Wow. They can see your browser history. They can see your browser history.
Oh god, nobody wants to see that.
Professional streamer here. Professional streamer.
Oh,
We didn't say
dear
anything
me.
actually. I thought that was on purpose.
You can tell
seriously
it's
think do you seriously think Lucian would do something like that on purpose?
I mean,
Do you think they'd put? Do you think they would put in that much forethought?
oh no, that was completely unintentional. But I'm not surprised that it was. I'm not surprised that it happened. Honestly.
Yeah. It's one of
bad
honestly
like
it's
that.
one of those things where there's a clear and obvious problem to you that you cannot possibly discern whilst you're in the action of streaming. So you have to rely upon chat to notify you, and everyone thinks it's meant to be like that.
Yeah, it happens a surprising amount actually. Okay, I
a lot
have
of
added
really
lights to the driller, and the
Oh.
driller is now on the move. Means I'm heading up to the wall to start the dig.
Okay, I should be processing some nickel now.
Oh god, this feels weird. I'm not used to driving such a
I
large
forgot about
craft.
beach streams. I didn't. Oh yeah, there we go. Nichols processing.
Where am I going?
Nice. I can't do a hot tub stream, but I can at least fake a beach stream. Through the power of green screen. Probably won't be nearly as elaborate as my actual coming out stream from the last time, but nonetheless.
Okay. Right, let's see. What do I need to do? I need to disassemble all this and reassemble it in front of the driller.
I'm going to need a landing gear, a small battery, a projector, and a control panel.
I haven't been to the beach in a very long time, but honestly...
I mean, we're both English, so we don't
Yeah,
really have
we are
beaches that are
English.
worth visiting.
Well, Cornwall's nice, but I get your point. But like, I haven't been to the beach in years, but at the same time, I don't like going to the beach, so it's a little null and void at the end of the day.
How have I eaten through 1,000 steel plates? What happened? Oh, I bet you they're in the trouble wheel. They just can't make it through the system. Yep. Go visit Lucian. I don't know where Lucian is. Aren't you in Scotland?
Yeah, I am. I'm in Glasgow at the moment. Although I am hopefully going to be moving to Edinburgh in August, September time-ish, if everything goes according to plan.
What is LGBTQIA? That stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual or agent. Because it is Pride Month, so everybody's rainbows. In short.
Okay.
I'm
Move the driller back.
not entirely certain how well this is gonna go for you. But good luck.
Well, I suppose we'll find out.
Edinburgh is a beautiful city. I feel like I should have known that as a furry. I mean, you can be a straight furry.
I'll be honest, Lydia. I
Nothing
prefer
against that.
Glasgow. Always have. I don't like Edinburgh. I'll be living there, but I don't like it. It's so...
I mean, I live in Middlesbrough, so I can't really fault that, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Edinburgh is it's like Scotland tried to make London, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
or
I can
it
see
did
that.
work,
I
and
can see that.
it worked a little too well, and everyone is just angry about it all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, why is it 10? Oh, what? It's meant to be 10 or 9. Wait.
Oh, it's just occurred to me I have not restocked my hydrogen since I got back. I should do that.
What?
Hydrogen, the gas that keeps me in the air. That one.
8, 9, 10. Not you lying. I'm trying to figure out what I've done so wrong that I've confused myself.
Oh, where do I start?
1, 2,
Would you like an itemized list?
7. Ah, I see what I've done wrong.
Alright.
I mean, you could give me an itemized list, but I probably
be
wouldn't
here
pay
all
much
day.
attention to it.
I'd be here all day. Alright. Where can I attach this so that it will actually be buildable? horizontal offset, I think, looks fine. Give or take. If I move this down
Time
a
to
couple...
go be an adult. Have fun
Oh,
adulting, Aluka.
Godspeed.
But yeah, I don't know. I've never, like, Edinburgh for me is just, it always feels so, I guess, sterile in some ways. It feels sanitized. And maybe I don't like it just because J.K. Rowling lives there, but, you know.
I wish that Middlesbrough felt sanitized. I couldn't even tell you Middlesbrough feels sanitary.
Well, no. I maybe sanitized is the wrong word. Like, the word I'm looking for is probably something more along the lines of it feels, sort of... It feels like it has a lacking personality. It feels like it doesn't have a personality, basically.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Time for the drills.
And in my case, time for the welders. Cleo's "It's Fine" emote is a pride heart in rage. Well, you know, if you don't properly respect Pride Month, what do you get next?
July, the month of wrath.
There you go. Was waiting for you to mention that.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of my cup of tea. I do like the fact that you were born in June, the month of Pride, and I was born in July, the month of wrath, and it's just like, yeah, that feels about right, to be honest. I've always been even when I was a kid, I was always like, I want to be myself. I don't want anyone else to tell me what to be. And, like, that's only gotten broader as I've gone on, and it's just like, if you're going to tell me I can't be what I want to be, I am going to sucker punch you and then be more. You know?
Okay, 82% should be fine for this job. So I need to grab this from the front, ideally, with the docking gears at the back.
Ooh, God, that tipped forward all of a sudden.
And Chan, if you can't quite make out what this is, don't worry, all will become immensely clear very quickly. Am I above it? I am above it. How am I not allowed to grab this?
I do not know.
There we go. Okay, just tell this to stop. And turn the projector to only buildable, please. Okay. Grand and good. This should be ready to go.
Okay, how's that looking? Okay, that's fine. That's doable, but I think I need to bring this... Actually...
Who here remembers how long it took me to build that drone and that cargo module with a single station welder? We're about to put that heavily to shame.
Oh boy. Right. I just realized something. I need to extend the section that is outside of the tunnel.
Oh.
So that I can actually have a starting point for this vehicle.
Oof, the speed on that. Although I don't currently have a management script over here, so we are probably running out of a lot of parts. Oh yeah. A few of those, probably another 1,000 of those, because I got 1,000,000 iron anyways. How many interior plates we got? 1.3 thousand, that's fine. Okay. Looking very good. Looking very good. Ideally, I would be doing this via having, like, a piston be grabbing this thing just steadily moving forwards, but for the time being, this suffices.
Why isn't this... Oh dear. What's happened?
Problem?
Maybe. Ow. The hinge mechanism is not working.
Let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80 battery components. That's what I need. It's those for another thing that needed nickel. But I have 2,000 nickels, so I should be able to afford that. Wrenched from the earth with my bare hands. Although, let's be real, I'm at best more of a cougar.
What?
As animals go, I'm probably more of a cougar than a bear.
Oh,
Actually,
God.
I'm probably more of a marmoset. If I'm honest, I'm probably more of a marmoset.
I mean, I would have pegged you as a fox, but alright.
Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know why this isn't doing the thing that it's meant to be. I'm confused. I'm confused. Game, what the fuck is going on here?
Bashed. Thank you for the sub. But also, yes, shush.
Why? What is...
Oh,
what is
why,
happening
Delilah?
here? No. No, Delilah's got nothing to do with this. The piston works fine. But the...
Can you tell what it is yet, chat?
Oh, there we go. Fixed it.
No points for saying it's something that flies, because that's basically every vehicle I make on this show.
Right. I need steel plates. And I also need production to queue up.
You need steel plates, was that? Does that mean you need a delivery?
No, I'm queuing up my driller to manufacture steel plates out of all of the, additional stone that we'll be getting from this, basically. So that I can actually weld up the road for it.
I'm gonna have to finish the rest of this off. Myself. Mostly. But it is pretty close. It's a fighter jet, give or take. Give or take. This is a craft that I'm referring to as the Bizarre.
Okay.
It is a light attack craft in that it has 2 Gatling guns for like actual fighting, but then it also has an assault cannon turret on the front with a 1.4 kilometer range. So that if necessary, and it will be, I can shoot down things further away than they can see me. Okay, that's 1 thruster. Good.
Okay. I just realized that I need to put together... Wait, hold on,
It's a rainbow attack device? Give or take.
Oh, no.
Problem?
Don't tell me that... the entire road layer that I've been working on isn't gravity aligned.
Oh no.
Which is annoying because it means it's slightly sloped to one side, so I have to reconstruct it.
I mean, you also have to factor in, like, just the curvature of the planet.
Yeah, but it basically means that...
Oh, actually, I think you might be so far down that you're actually going to end up just tunneling for miles.
Well, it does need a slight...
It's an incline. It needs to go up.
It needs an incline, yeah, but the problem is its current incline isn't upwards, it's to the side.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the problem.
Well.
But I don't want to incline it too much, because if I incline it too much, I'll come out on the side of a mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's left and right, forwards and back. Good. Just need to get the parts together for a cockpit, and I should be able to fly this thing by itself. Now, this is a 2-seater, by the way.
Good to know.
Should you feel, should you
Should I
desire to
feel
take a break from
inclined
that?
to ride along with you as you, well, ride into death's jaws, as it were?
Give or take, yes.
Fair enough.
You know, I just wanted to make sure you felt included.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
The rear pilot seat predominantly deals with aiming the assault cannon, and the front one with the Gatlings.
Alright.
Right. I need to tell this thing it can control the thrusters.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. That is 9, right? I'm not miscounting. Yes, okay.
Just have to be careful not to push the forwards button on this at the moment, because it has, one small thruster for reversed and, one large for forwards. So it will just go
a little bit
lurching
imbalanced
forwards.
there. Yep.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be better.
Fair enough. I mean, honestly, I like building imbalanced thrustcraft. It feels more authentic in some ways. Like I don't like having the equal amount of thrust in all directions. I feel like if you're gonna build a spaceship, it's gonna have maneuvering thrusters and then a giant pack of thrusters at the back.
Oh yeah. Because you generally don't have to worry so much as slowing down.
Yeah.
Because space is much bigger in reality than it is in Space Engineers.
Well, technically, Space and Space Engineers is infinite. It's just that after a while, the game starts crying.
Yes. Am I out of steel plates? Is that what's going on here? Whoop. Oh, no. I'm an idiot. That's why. Never mind.
You alright?
I forgot that there is a sensor on these welders, specifically to turn them off if there's a player nearby.
Ah, yes.
So that we don't accidentally, weld ourselves, basically.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got you. Jetpack fuel critical.
Okay, and if we do that in the middle, and then at the sides of that we can put the catwalks. Oh god, this is only a road and I'm still greebling it.
Why on earth are you greebling a road?
I don't know. It's what I do. I walk into a room and I just start greebling things.
Let's see, steel plates fine. Computers, metal grids, yep. Interior plates? We do have a few interior plates, looks like.
Probably.
Probably a few more construction components, but we still have a few of those.
Welders like queue up automatically. Queue stuff up automatically, right? The
Nope.
block. No?
Nope.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Mayhaps. God, the hitbox on these turrets is always massive. What are you missing there? Motors. Okay. But queue up more motors.
Come on. Up you go. There we go.
That little battery is really not happy. Because there's about 4 large ones that are trying to take its job. Well, actually, I think only one of them's done.
Okay. Not quite centered.
Does it really need to be centered, or...?
It needs to be relatively centered.
Yeah, like
I just
hydrogen
wish
again.
that, like, vehicles wouldn't slide on fucking steel blocks. Really is a massive pain in the ass.
I mean, you're not wrong.
There we go. That's much more sense. Okay. Drills down. Ooh. Welders down.
Pens down.
Okay.
Okay, this should at least have sufficient to dock right now. And then I think I can fill in everything else. Mostly.
Ooh.
You good?
Yeah, it's fine. It's just craft being a little bumpy. Okay.
Hey, I think this is nearly done. Whoop. Please, please and thank you to stop. Hip Y.
That's worrying.
What? Your
Well,
side or mine?
oh, no, my side. The drills are basically drilling out trenches. I think I need to lower them a little more. I'm not sure I have the space to. That's the plan. That's a lot.
That's why gyroscopes are incomplete.
But I'm not quite there yet. What I would like to know is if this is...
You are critical.
My ship? My aircraft? My aircraft. Okay. Phew.
That's fine. Ah, there's the problem. Right. Thought something might have broken.
Does something appear to be broken?
Yep.
It is a hugely big clue, yes. Thankfully, looks like not much got broken there. Okay.
Right, there we go.
That particular control block, system control block in the terminal is meant to be the thing that keeps this thing level because of aerodynamics mod. But, evidently it would prefer not to. For the time being, so, we're just gonna leave that.
I'm going to need... Okay, that's fine. That's welding up everything that it needs to. I'm going to need a battery and a projector. As well as... blueprint of that section of the build. And now I need to run all the way back to the base, which is 1.18 kilometers away, so that I can get a hydrogen bottle so that I can actually climb back up onto the vehicle. Shit.
Well, Godspeed.
Yeah. It's fine, it's not too far. I also need to have the materials for a projector and stuff. Actually.
And also it's raining.
Projector. Where's the projector? There it is. Projector. Battery.
You just hang out there.
And now we walk. Oh god, that immediately reminds me of that TikTok.
Oh?
And they walk, 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 walk. Have you not seen that one?
I'm too old for TikTok.
I'm too old for TikTok, but I've still seen that one. It was on Tumblr.
I haven't seen despite contrary to Fuzz's belief, I have not in fact seen everything on Tumblr.
That's fair. No, there's basically a guy who does like random songs about random things, and he did a song about Tolkien's proposal for the Lord of the Rings series. And it's basically a song that just goes, and they walk, 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 hide, walk, fly with some eagles, walk. And it's just like, yeah, that sounds about right. They do walk a lot.
Yeah. Can't disagree with that.
Oh, God.
steel plates. Get this started. Which I apparently already have. And some motors. Unsurprised that this thing requires more motors.
Well,
Who could
It is what it
conceivably have
is.
imagined that this thing would require motors?
everything needs motors.
Not like
Lion.
that's the reason I went to the nickel deposit.
Mm-hmm. Everything needs motors. There is nothing in this world that doesn't, unfortunately.
That needs even more motors. Thankfully, when you have big pockets, a pocket full of nickel goes a long way.
That is true.
Ow.
Alright?
I fell off the platform that I made for the drone to dock to.
Ah. Yes.
So, sort of, but no.
Inventory full. Inventory
Bugger.
full.
69 motors. Happy pride. We have to worry about lightning. I think you've mentioned that before.
I don't know. Not sure on Agaris. Maybe. Honestly, Lydia, considering... Wait, no, sorry, that's Nick. Honestly, Nick, considering the fact that the helmet in Space Engineers has, like, a visor that
It does
opens
actually.
and...
It is motorized, yeah.
Yeah, it is motorized. It does need motors. Even your hat needs motors in this.
Though in fairness, it is built for space.
Yeah, that's true. And for those of you watching who are wondering why I'm speeding up and then slowing down while I'm flying, it's because if I
Yes.
speed up too much, I burn up.
I was about to say it's because you don't have a cruise control function in that ship. But I guess that works
No,
too.
I'm in my suit, not in a ship.
Oh, right. I haven't managed to go fast enough to cause
I
like,
have.
damage.
I have. It's yeah, it's fun watching the sparks fly. Right, let's see. Mind you, the larger a ship is, the more damage happens, you know. So
Fair,
you're
yeah.
small, so you don't take too much damage.
Rude. I'm a perfectly normal scale.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure lying.
Perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal. Mm-hmm.
Not some freakish giant.
How dare you?
See, metal grids, small seal tubes. Is that just because I'm dragging them out of here currently? And then I evidently need to get the gyroscopes on this thing sorted out. getting pretty close to done, though. And thanks to... Oh, Glebe! Hey, welcome back! And all the Gleebles, I guess? I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure what
Gleebles?
your group is named, but hey, welcome.
Gleebles.
I don't know, you see a glebe.
You see a glebe.
You see a glebe, you hear a name. You think that's what it is.
Sure. Sure, Lang. Sure, why not?
Motors, that's what I need. Cannot grab motors from here, okay. Hope you guys had a nice stream. I am currently making a vessel of death. See how well that goes. Making 100 motors just in case. Probably pushing. I'm probably pushing it with my nickel here. Oh no, still 2,500. Yay me.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, have I? Hold on. Ah, yes, I see. Thank you, space engineers, for causing problems.
Yeah, that sounds like space engineers, all right. Alright, so now where did I embed the gyroscopes in this thing?
Is that the right way up? No, it's not. The other way around.
It is worth noting, I don't currently have any magnesium over here. So, somebody's gonna have to scoop that up with their bare hands.
I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not currently able to.
What's the projector say now? Interior light, of course. Technically speaking, when you're setting up the toolbar in config, you can actually specify arguments into a programmable block. But personally, I just like having a light that turns on and off. A nice visual thing of what was the last major action I told this thing to do. And also, it's a little bit more easier to understand on your hotbar than here is a fourth image of the programmable block. Okay, gyroscopes. No gyroscopes, apparently. That seems implausible. There you are. Show on hood. That helped surprisingly little, actually.
Okay, that's...
Through here?
Ooh, that's a lot slower than I expected it to be.
Oh.
So the welders are only welding as fast as the refinery can refine and the assembler can
Makes
assemble.
sense. Yep.
Which basically means that the welders are very slow when they're trying to weld up a bunch of stuff.
Can you not take a bunch of the iron ingots and put them in the thing?
I can.
At least just to give it a good start.
Yeah. We'll just make a bunch of steel plates.
There they are.
You're convinced your mother is trying to murder you with overheating. I mean...
I can't say it wouldn't work.
But at the same time,
can't say it would either.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lord Detector also needs function.
I actually might need a shipment of iron line.
Are you running out? At
Not so
long
much,
last.
not so much running out as, like, getting
Out.
low. Like, I have 79,000 iron yet left, and I used to have, like, 300,000, so... It's 15 degrees outside and she has the heating on. Why would you have the heating on in 15 degrees? That doesn't sound right.
In Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius. Celsius.
Okay.
Oh, I should probably refill my hydrogen bottle. Good idea.
It'd be smart. Okay, it's 3 of these. How many more? Just one. One more. Where is that one more?
I don't know, Lying. Where is that one?
I'm trying to dig it out. I'm trying to find it. I think I have an idea. Detector comp plus. And more motors, please and thank you. Gonna need those. So if there is one motor on that side, then there must logically be another one on the other side. For symmetry reasons.
Perhaps.
Except that one's complete, apparently. I suppose the next question is, will this thing be okay with only one of these being messed up? There it is, found it. Hiding from me.
Hiding from you? Really?
Well, yeah. Would you seriously put it past something I built to not have the emotional capacity for spite?
You know what? You've got a point.
I built a shipping drone with the intelligence of a Half-Life 1 NPC.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. That's fair.
Right, I think that is everything on this now. Oh, apparently there are 2 armor blocks somewhere. Where exactly? Possibly only God knows.
I hate how slippy steel blocks are. Why, Space Engineers? Why is everything so... Can I turn up the friction on these wheels?
Yes.
Will that work? Probably not.
Hopefully. Not seeing anything on the other
Sort
side.
of works, but it's still weirdly grippy. Weirdly ungrippy, rather.
Let's see, what's this missing block? What was
Wheels
that
have
meant to
a
be?
weird amount of, like, just non-friction for some reason. I don't understand why. Oh, God. It's extraordinary how space engineers can be really good in some ways and then awful in others.
I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, there's one. Is the one
I
underneath
wish I was
here?
wrong.
There we go. Still two. Where are these last two armor blocks that I have somehow missed? Annoyingly, I can't tell those armor blocks to be visible. Show me those armor blocks on Hood, wouldn't that be nice? Okay. There we go.
There we go.
Why did we just say the exact same thing?
Probably because we both just accomplished something that we've been trying to accomplish for a little while now.
I'm just rebuilding these cockpits so I can see all of the... ostensibly all of the controls, but now I've actually lost a few. Okay. Fine. At least I saw what these were, so I know what they'll be. Okay, this should be ready to go. Do I have literally any magnesium here? 0. But this thing can carry more than its total capacity, so I should be able to just set it actually full and just fly over with some more for you. Does the projector still say 2 armor blocks? Apparently.
The fucking... Okay, I'm putting borders on this road.
Are you going to defend your borders? Are there going to be turrets on them?
I mean, I might put some turrets on them, but no. Basically, it's just so that I can actually not just get knocked off the road by random space engineers' physics, and I have a direct, straight line that I can go down. Which is very different for me, you know?
Okay. Other than fully charging its batteries, the Bazaar is currently ready to go. So I've just set it all to recharge, and it'll be flying off. And I will do us all a favor and stick some iron ore into this thing. Or iron ingots, at least. Let's see. Medium cargo container. Not going to be the same as having a full cargo module, but this thing also has a higher top speed. So that's 79.7 thousand. This mine did not used to crackle like that.
Oh, God.
Here I am, I guess. This should have more power capacity than the truck.
Oh, one can hope.
It also has more thrust.
The assembler is fully upgraded on speed. Really? Okay, so it's the refinery is what's causing the backlog. Honestly, I think just means I need to switch out two of these power efficiency models for speed models.
Is this on the builder?
Yeah, on the driller.
Inventory full.
I require computers. Because the refinery is so slow at the moment that it will not keep up with the speed that the assembler is going, and the welders require stuff, so. Tempted to convert it all to speed module upgrades, but then it'll use up so much power.
I mean, yeah. You can't necessarily spare in the conditions of that.
Hmm.
Let's see, T-junction, pair of H2O2 generators, and a hydrogen engine, because we are currently maxing out the power demands over here.
Hmm.
Whilst I'm trying to get the initial charge into this thing.
Okay.
Fortunately, power supply here is quite expendable.
There we go. A little bit more speed. Ah. And we're making a bit of a backlog. Oh, we're not welding anything. That's fine. Alright. Give me curbs. That's what we need. We need curbs.
It's gonna take a lot more than my powers to give you curbs.
What?
I don't think it's within my power to give you curves. I'm sorry.
I already have curves. I meant curbs.
Oh, curbs. Okay, right. Yes, that
Yes.
makes much more sense.
Honestly.
I've seen you. You're basically a stick figure.
I am not. Well, I am. I'm a stick figure height-wise, yeah. But, like, I have curves, thank you very much. I have a dress that accentuates those curves quite nicely.
Yeah, I think I do better. To be fair, I heard curves too. Thank you. It wasn't just me. Right, in a hot second, I should have increased power supply over here by 30%.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love how easy that was.
I think I'm gonna expand the welder array on the driller by one on each side so that I can actually this world up properly. Actually, will they even fit? Oh, it should fit. It should be fine.
Yep.
Oh, actually.
And still behind. Ooh. Okay, well, once again. This is why I made this to be substantially expendable.
There we go. Mark that there.
And of course it's gotten pitch dark, so as soon as I try to take off in the bazaar, I'm probably going to hit Mount Low altitude warning.
Hmm. That's definitely not going to fit, actually. Thank you to Captain Arthur. Captain Arthur, hold on. Captain Arthur? Captain Arthur, creator of the Agaris at War planets. That's
What?
Captain Arthur. Is that who I have the pleasure of having in my chat?
Oh god. Oh no.
The creator of Agaris at
The
War.
creator of all of my drone code woes.
Perhaps. I see. Well, welcome, Captain Arthur.
Do you know how many hours I've dedicated to defying the aerodynamics mod alone?
Well, Captain Arthur didn't create the aerodynamics mod,
No.
but Captain Arthur created the planets and the scenario that we're using. And it is a very, very nice scenario. But yes, welcome, Captain Arthur, to Mine and Lying's little Agaris War save. You may recognize the area that we're in. You probably recognize exactly where I am, considering you built the bloody planet. But yeah. I'm currently attempting to drill through a mountain. If that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what will.
Christian fanboying, yep.
Am I fanboying? I mean,
Yeah.
I only follow Captain Arthur's stuff for Agaris mainly. And I am actually quite interested in Ares at War, actually. That I will fanboy over that. I mean,
Planet God in chat. Oh, hey, there's a question.
I guess.
Captain Arthur, out of curiosity, the harbor area, like this big crater lake that Lucian's in, how was that made, out of curiosity? Because we discovered a problem with the altitude reading there.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a problem with the altitude reading or a problem with the drone code, but
It's definitely, it's based on the cockpit altitude reading, and what it does is it thinks that the ground level is about 1 kilometer above the ground. But also, that crater is really, 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 really sunken low, so my presumption is it was terraformed.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've made myself some
maiden
curves.
flight of my drone, and it stopped there because it thought it was 5 meters off the ground.
Interesting.
And the Trickleweeds had the same readout.
Alright, here we go. Hopefully these curbs should mean that I have proper guide rails for actually getting this road built. For now, at the very least.
Yeah. To make up that difference, I'm going to need another roughly 9 megawatts, which I think is another 2 hydrogen engines. which I think I can manage. Yeah, I got space. As long as I'm waiting for the sun to come up a bit more.
God, space engineers, I wish you were consistent with your physics.
You and me both.
Yep, just tip me forward and then put me back. Because you don't know how to do wheels properly. Ah.
Deep breaths.
Ugh.
This back end's getting credit.
Ew. Wait, what is the problem? Fine.
So out of butters again. But I still have a rough fast nickel, so yay! Hooray for this inventory management script that I can actually see what's going on.
Must be nice. Must be nice
It
to know
is
what's going
nice. It is nice. And all it took was knowing how to program in Space Engineers and also like over a decade of programming experience. But still, you know,
on.
all it takes is knowing a little bit of coding.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of coding. Like Marek's. Like Marek's, what was it? 15 years of coding experience that apparently he's been doing non-stop. He's never
this
slept
story.
or eaten or done anything else. Ugh.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you how long exactly I've actually been programming, but I started like better part of 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
How has the consumption gone up again? What's going on here? Oh, probably because the H2O2 generators are running, I guess. Or trying to, at least.
No, the counterweight isn't the problem, Null. The problem is that Space Engineers doesn't... It's never happy about how you handle, like, grid interactions. So, for example, large wheels driving on
There we go.
another grid. It's never happy about that.
Okay. Now I have everything hooked up and on charge mode, and the Bazaar is currently about 0.66 megawatts exceeding its output. So, yay.
Nice.
Not much. I'll say that much, but
Okay, something broken again.
hooray for expandable hydrogen generation.
Technically, yes.
That's nice to see.
But it's also just a case of running out of iron and stuff.
Well, I think this place is in a good enough way that I can hop in the Bazaar and come along.
Mm-hmm.
Just restock my agents some more. I'd be much happier doing this with some amount of daylight, but oh well.
Hmm. Oh, for Pete's sake,
You
what
good?
was that?
You good?
Oh, whatever that was, it wasn't good. I think some of the road just got, yep, annihilated by the drills. But not really by the drills, just by the fact that the drills, not even by the drills, by something impacting on the road, and I don't know what. Because space engineers, everybody, it's consistent, right? Consistent. Sure. The good news is that there is a start on the tunnel. The bad news is that, yeah, this tunnel bore is only so effective and not that effective, to be quite honest. And there is... it would be easier to make a crawler to go through the tunnel than it would be to use this. Which is annoying, because I don't want to make a crawler. Crawlers take ages. But this'll take even longer. Ah. Velvet, where are you with your drills when I need you? Damn it. Darn it. Ooh, God. Not so much in the air, but they're like the back two wheels definitely aren't always in contact with the ground. Okay. I need to build... I need to design a crawler. That's what I have to do. I have to... Inchworm, yeah, crawler. Oh, God. I don't want to design a crawler. Crawlers are a pain. But at this rate, I don't think there's another option.
Seems it.
Have a good evening, Captain Arthur.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, what the?
You good? Yes, that's
Yeah, it's just the vehicle is knocking into stuff. And also my lights have... Where have my lights gone?
Couldn't tell you.
Why are my lights off? Ugh. Space engineers. Why? Ah,
You good?
sure.
That's a no, isn't it?
That's a no. That's a no. That's my welders just blew up, probably. Oh, no, my
they
welders
seem
are
intact
fine.
to me.
They just blew up the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like construction of infrastructure is one of those. It's like a very secret, hard mode thing to do.
so I need to design a crawler that can weld up a road, then move along it, and drill at the same time. Oh boy, okay. Right.
Earth are there. That's weird. Cannot fathom why there were superconductors inside of here, but apparently they were.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't have an explanation for that one. Okay.
But we don't even have gold yet.
I know. I don't know why that was there.
How many superconductors were there?
100? I must have misclicked or something. It's the only explanation I have.
Weird. I'm sorry, why are you not letting me place armor blocks? Oh, there's scrap in the way. Right. Okay.
This would definitely be a lot easier with daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Do I do a really, really stupid thing? Or do I cheat and get to the sun at least? Or come up with a mysterious third option?
Well, option A would be. Oh, how built is your craft right now?
I would say it's pretty close. It's pretty good. It would fly.
Well, how about you fly over to the harbor, then we can sleep, and. Well.
Getting to the harbor might be an ask at this exact moment in time.
Oh?
The control script might have hacked up slightly and caused it to go into an immediate spiral as soon as I undocked and has therefore damaged some things.
Right. You know that you don't really need a script to fly a fighter, right?
Yes, I do, because it immediately tries to flip everything I make. Believe me, I have tested this thing in a world with aerodynamics.
I see. Have you ever thought of, I don't know, working with the aerodynamics instead of building stuff that doesn't?
I specifically have tried to build things that are more aerodynamic, and this is one of those things. And it still refuses to work properly.
I'm gonna be honest, lying. I've seen a screenshot of that thing. I'm not looking at it right now, but I've seen a screenshot, and I'll be honest, it doesn't look particularly aerodynamic.
It's plane shaped, doesn't that count?
I mean, not really, because like the way aerodynamics work in Space Engineers is like it has to be aerodynamic. It's not just a case of making it shaped like a plane. It has to realistically look and feel like a plane. It has to handle like one as well. I don't know what to tell you, bud.
I've yet to find a system that will make this do that. So.
Well, for a start, if you're gonna be working with aerodynamics, you really need to think less about the upward thrust and think more about VTOL systems.
I believe you're thinking of a VTOL, but sure.
Hmm?
Well, VTOL is vertical takeoff and landing.
Yes.
A VTOL is adjustable VTOL and landing. Like, are you thinking of a Harrier jet?
Well, I was thinking more of one of those big, like, rotor helicopters that has the rotating edges, fin. You know what I mean.
Ish, yes.
But yeah.
So that should at least be enough to get this thing up in the sky. I get the right cockpit. And hopefully, I can get this thing high enough to flip it over.
If I start this off with the idea.
There we go. Right. Let's see. What is this thing's complaints? It's telling me that there is a problem. The parachutes. I think.
You think?
There's meant to be a parachute hatch on this thing, but apparently the blueprint I'm using is a little bit old. So it wasn't able to detect that. It wasn't able to detect atmospheric density, so consequently, it broke as soon as it set the gyroscopes. So the gyroscopes were just stuck to their last value. Hence, it started spiraling. That explains that. Oh, futz, I've lost it.
Oh dear.
It's so dark, I literally cannot see it in the sky.
Yeah, that could be a problem. I would recommend putting a beacon on it.
It has an antenna, but it's turned off at the moment. Oh, wait, no, I think I can just about make it out. Accidental stealth ship here.
Congratulations on that, I guess.
I'm sure that will be completely irrelevant since the AI in this game does not really care.
Not particularly, no.
There we go. And now we're working properly. Hooray!
Okay.
Phew. What I may want to do is put some lights on the thing, so I can find it again. So that's weird. I wonder why the code was up to date to include the parachutes, but not actually the build. Not entirely certain how
That
that
happens sometimes. Okay.
Make up some structure components to shove a couple of lights on this thing.
So if that one there, that there, there. Oh boy.
Problems?
Not really. I'm just worried about this and how I'm gonna have to build this sled. Ugh.
I'm sure you'll manage.
I'm sure. I'm currently in the process of disassembling the original craft.
As in the original builder?
As in
or
the
miner?
driller, yeah.
Okay.
I'm disassembling the driller to build the sled, basically.
Well, I will hurry up and we can get some munitions and we can go take some pot shots. How's that?
That would be lovely.
Because now that this thing is actually coding properly, it should be able to make it over there, no problem.
One of these days I'll make myself a little fighter and then we can have a dogfight.
You will win because you know how to work these aerodynamics way better.
Well,
Or
only through
I will
trial
win
and
because
error.
I'll just use turret spam.
Yeah, that's also possible.
I
But
could just use turret spam.
as I said, I've only learnt to work with it through trial and error. And I'm still not very good at using the aerodynamics mod.
In my experience, it's exclusively error.
Well, I suppose.
Inventory full.
Thing is heavy with, well, mostly just iron, but still.
Inventory full.
Okay, got 40 minutes of charge here, so I should be able to make the trip. Let's see.
Inventory full.
Oh, bugger.
Problem?
I ran up jetpack fuel.
Oh dear.
Okay. Guess I'm running back to base again.
I am going to make sure that this thing is higher than Mount Low altitude warning before I start taking off, because this thing can handle much higher forward thruster than the truck can. And I think that that would be dangerous. But much like the truck, it does in fact have cruise control.
I wonder how quickly it would take me to build the Kingfisher.
Kingfisher?
The Kingfisher was my first attempt at a seaplane. It is unarmed, but it flies relatively well considering it only has 2 forward thrusters and 1 battery on it. It is basically designed to work off of aerodynamics. Hey Zachin. What's brown and sticky? A variety of things. How about fudge? Fudge is brown and sticky. Toffee.
Yeah, okay.
Toffee's brown and sticky. Variety of other things. A stick is brown, but it's not sticky. A stick is a stick. Gotcha. Warm chocolate, yeah, that's brown and sticky as well.
Yep, definitely.
Peanut butter. I'd say peanut butter isn't really brown. It's more like a tan color.
Also depends on the stick, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose that's true as well.
I imagine different trees produce different color sticks. I really cannot see a single thing in front of me.
Well, just be careful, I guess. The sun's rising over on the bay, so once you crest the mountains, you should be fine.
Oh, I'm fine now.
Oh, did you?
I may
Yeah,
have
you
used
did.
God power.
Of course you did.
I just
right.
built this thing. I don't want it exploding on the mountain, okay?
That's fair. That's fair.
Alright, just about to pass my marker for Mount Low Altitude Warning.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in the region of half an hour of power still, so doing okay. And maintaining a fairly steady 63 meters per second.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to do is figure out pit controllers so I can actually make these things fly at actual regulated speeds. Rather than just accelerate until you're above the target. Which, to be fair, this is doing smarter than the Trickleweed hip did. So I see you now, large crest of a mountain in front of me. Oh, this is gonna get close. I don't like it. Less than 50 meters from that. Alright, connector temp is where the harbor is, right?
Yes, but there is something on it at the moment.
Right?
So if you'll give me a second to move that, then you'll be fine. Unless you just want
I-
to park in the hangar.
I'd prefer to charge this thing.
Yeah, okay.
It is currently at 77% charge.
Give me a second, and I will move the cargo hauler.
what this is doing, chat, is it is calculating from the total mass of the ship how many newtons of force it needs to push in a given direction, and it is applying those through the reversing and forwards thrusters. Which means it is thrusting a lot more than the Chuckleweed does, but a lot less of that is at max capacity. So it's just sort of maintaining around 63. Which means that its battery charge lasts longer. And that is also a step to making my drones more precise. But for that I need to do complex code. Complex recursive code, no less. The worst kind. The hardest kind for any kind
code.
of
the worst
any kind
of code.
The worst kind because it's a bit beyond humans' brains, basically. It's like trying to ask us to contemplate infinity or like exponential growth. We suck at it.
Sounds about right.
I should be visible on your scopes.
Yep, I see you.
Don't suppose you happen to have any magnesium aboard.
Not at the moment, no. We'll have to go mining for that very quickly.
Well, you've got a bit more before I land, so... Does the connector that I'm thinking of actually have a connection to your conveyor network?
It has a connection to the ice system, but other than that, no.
Right. Is there a connector I can dock to that will allow me to put this iron somewhere useful?
Yes. Technically. But it's in the floor.
I can handle that.
Okay.
How deep in the floor? I recharge 69%.
Deep enough to be able to drive over it, basically.
That is not going to be a problem. If you're curious,
Right.
chat, I
It's
basically
inside the hangar, by the way.
Okay, that's appropriate, I guess. If you're curious, chat, the reason that I need to figure out PID controllers to make my drones more precise is it turns out that if you override one thruster on a given axis of a ship, you effectively turn off inertial dampeners on the entire axis. So if I want my mining drone, my eventual mining drone, to actually move properly and not plummet to the ground immediately whenever it needs to change its y-axis coordinate, I need to basically re-implement inertial dampening. Because the game will not handle it for me. Nice. Approaching. 800 meters, 700 meters. In the hangar, you said?
In the hangar, yeah.
Okay. Trying to align myself. There we go. This thing is currently quite heavy, so it's not the easiest of things to land. Or move, more specifically. But the beauty of using that PID controller is, or at least that mass script, is that it will not care how heavy it is, it's going to thrust as hard as it needs to hit a certain velocity. And no further. friendly signals. Sounds like a good parking spot.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the real question. Is this thing narrow enough to come in here? Looks like
Should be
it.
fine.
Not with very much clearance, but it looks like it. There we go. And a transfer of iron. There you go.
Thank you.
God, there is so much here that is incomplete.
Yeah, but there's a lot that is complete. And that's the important bits.
Have you... Oh, you still haven't hooked up production, have you? Is that still running just off of this little dinky thing on the side?
What do you mean?
Like, where are you putting all of your actual, like, components and stuff?
Oh, those are in the cargo containers in the side.
In the side?
On the lower floor.
On the lower floor.
Yeah.
Isn't that where the refineries are?
I mean, yes, but also it's like all of the refineries are down here, and then the components come back down after they go up. So it's easy access down here. You put things in, you take things out.
Where am I looking? I'm seeing Agaris here.
Here.
Here? Oh!
Yeah,
Right.
behind the
Okay.
pillars.
Interesting choice.
I mean, I didn't want them to be too in view, you know?
Fortunately, one of the things that got caught when this thing was tumbling was the assault cannon, which we kind of need to just actually do anything.
Hmm.
But I think I can get that repaired. And then the only thing we need is magnesium.
Well, you should have the magnesium marker.
I do have magnesium, yes.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the Shrouded Ghost, which is a meg I have still never seen, despite spending 3 hours trying to summon it.
Hmm.
Okay, set this. Right. So rear cockpit is fully capable of controlling the turret. That's its main purview, whereas the front one controls basic navigation of the Gatlings. Okay, where is magnesium?
It would be about 2 kilometers from here. Within walking distance, really. Although if you build a battery, you can take the heavy cargo truck out if you want to.
Oh yeah, that hasn't been used in donkey's years.
Well, I haven't used it since I arrived here because I haven't really needed to go anywhere.
Does this just need a battery? Its batteries appear to be depleted.
Well, yeah, that's why it needs a battery.
Okay. Why are its batteries depleted is the next question.
Because I left it on while I was working at night so that I could have some light.
Oh, you left the engine running?
Hmm?
Oh, that's so irresponsible.
No, I left the engine on so that I could have light at night when I was working. Until I actually got myself some lights built here, I needed the light from the headlights of the truck. That's why it's out of battery.
You burned the you left the headlights on, and it is now out of power.
Well, I left the headlights on for a long time.
Wow. I'm
Like
not the
several
least bit
streams
toasty
worth
on
of
this.
headlights.
Lights don't tend to use much power, though.
No, they don't.
Oh, speaking of, could you hop into the bazaar and turn its batteries to charge, just for good measure?
The what?
The plane.
Oh, the plane. Right, yes. Not bad. Main battery. It's the main battery core, right? Wait,
There
no.
are 4 of them.
Oh wait, no, those are for... Ah, fuck. Your groups have mixed with my groups on the Orion. So I don't... Do you have anything grouped on the...
I don't generally need to.
Okay, so that's fine.
I could modify the script so it at least gives them like a name tag.
Wait. I don't see your batteries listed in... Oh, there they are. I've got them. Recharge. There we go.
I nearly got a full inventory here. I think some of it's rock, so I will be filtering that out. I have no need for such basic things as rock now. Now that not now that I know where the nickel actually is.
Sorry if I'm a little bit less talkative today, Lying.
Huh?
I realise that I've been a little quiet today.
Has it been your sleep, perchance?
No, I actually woke up at like 11 o'clock this morning after a really good night's sleep. So,
Oh.
no, I guess today I'm just a bit quiet. It happens on occasion.
Yeah. Not to me though, but you know, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have just shy of 5,000 magnesium on me. Where into what receptacle do I shove this?
There should be one of the refineries should be marked magnesium.
Let's see, iron, nickel,
If it's the unbuilt one, we can build it quickly.
cobalt, general usage. It is the unbuilt one.
Is it?
Oh no,
No.
this is built.
No,
It's
this is
I'm
built.
looking-
It's the
yeah, just
upgrades
looking
aren't
at the
built. Yeah.
modules. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not connected into the system yet. But that's easy enough to remedy.
There it goes, magnesium powder. And then we turn that into assault cannon rounds. which takes iron, nickel, and magnesium. And depending upon how much of that we can actually get our hands on, we can go take some pot shots at some folks who are bogarting all of the gold. Let me just quickly modify this code so we can actually see exactly what the names are. There we go. Biz.
Is?
Biz battery 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, and 2, and 3.
Fair enough.
No need to have a... And I will immediately stress that this thing knows exactly whether or not it should be interacting with a block based on its grid, so it will not modify this station at all.
Oh, good.
That was one of the first things I figured out that could be a problem. So now if I type BIZ into the search, I can find basically all the relevant parts of the bazaar. So named because it's the first weaponized object to come out of the bazaar.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Presumably the next thing that comes out of it will be called the bezoar.
Sure.
And then the borzoi.
That one had better look a bit like a horse.
It should be a land vehicle that looks a little bit like a horse, but it's a bit too lean.
Yes. Yes. It looks like a horse, but not quite like a horse, basically.
Yeah, insufficiently, one might even say.
Yeah. So the Trojan horse? Yeah, I suppose you could. I suppose you could say that, Lydia. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. There's a camera around here somewhere? I presume that's on your ship.
That's on my ship. Yeah.
Okay. Will say slight advisory, owing to its positioning. The assault cannon turret on this is upside down.
Yes, I did notice that. Thank
Wasn't
you,
really-
Dragon God Tyos, for the follow.
There
Welcome
wasn't
to the
really a
stream.
way to fix that, unfortunately.
Well, if you made a custom turret, you could fix it. But yeah.
Yeah, but that would have taken me even longer, and custom turrets are a bit of a pain to blueprint, so...
Well, not if you're
I wanted,
using.
I wanted something sufficient.
I use a subgrid projector plugin for Space Engineers, which makes things so much easier.
Good for you.
I would highly recommend it, basically, is what I'm saying.
Air vent incomplete. Atmospheric thrusters incomplete. Conveyor sorters, a whole bunch of them incomplete. Gyroscope incomplete. Large industrial cargo containers incomplete. Pipeline hub incomplete. Piston incomplete. Power efficiency modules incomplete.
Yeah, there's a lot of incomplete stuff.
Speed
I know.
module incomplete. Warfare battery incomplete. Yield module incomplete. What have you been doing around here? Has it been mostly decor?
No, it's
Would
partially...
I be wrong to say that?
Some of it is decor, but I've actually done most of the construction of the decor off-stream. It's mostly been, like, setting up the systems rather than building them. Like, there's a lot of stuff under the floor as well. So, yeah.
Fuel low.
Let me see. Is it canvas that goes into? Yeah, that's what we need for a
For a parachute? Yeah.
Fuel critical.
Figured I might as well get that into the parachute hatch, because why not?
Probably a good idea.
Just in case. Just the one? Or does it need more? I've rarely had to use parachutes.
I don't remember, honestly.
Consumed by a parachute hatch. Used for building 3 blocks. You could build canvas?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna grab a couple more canvas, just in case.
It might mean, like, is required in the construction of blocks.
Maybe. Worst case scenario, I just have too much parachute in the event of an emergency. Okay, well the parachute hatch itself takes a max of 3, so I'm gonna presume that that's enough.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, how is our magnesium doing? Still going. We are up to 23.5 kilograms, give or take. So if I now tell this to make assault cannon shells, go 30, and a little bit of Gatling ammo as well, just to be on the safe side. It is not receiving... Where do I shove the magnesium that these assemblers can use it?
Just stick it in the general usage assembler. Refinery, sorry.
Why does this ship look like something out of Tintin?
What?
This looks like something out of Tintin, and I've just now noticed that this thing exists.
I mean, I guess? Oh, I don't
It
know.
looks like Snowy would be hanging off one wing or something. It is cute, I'll give you that, but...
Yeah, I mean, it is based on an old Italian seaplane design. But the original seaplane had a massive engine hanging over the front, and I don't have to rely on that with Space Engineers, thankfully. So yeah.
No
There we
energy.
go. I have shoved it in up top, and we now appear to be getting some manufactured weaponry. 30 rounds. Do we think that'll be enough to deal an amount of damage?
Possibly. Oh yeah, I think wasn't that plane the one that they actually did like that particular comic they did a movie out of, didn't they?
Gonna have to be more specific. They did a bunch.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, the movie that was actually 3D animation.
Oh, that one. I don't think I ever saw that.
The unicorn, I think. Don't quite remember the title. It was to do with the model ships.
Oh. I'm naming basically everything on this on this plane biz. Does that mean we're going to be giving the enemy the business?
Oh, lying.
What?
Your puns are
Energy.
awful.
You love my puns.
Do I though?
You grimace at them, but you love them nonetheless.
Uh-huh. Sure. Let's go with that, shall we?
Why are there so many conveyor sorters around here?
Because I'm analog.
Oh god. Alright, Grandpa. Literally my entire lifetime, I don't think I've had to go very much analog.
Well, I'm me, so.
Okay, that is just about the Gatling turrets. Fully loaded. And the assault cannon definitely is. And the batteries are fully charged, so this is ready for takeoff. If you want to go shoot some
Okay.
foes, or at least find out what exactly is in the desert.
Yeah. I'm just about ready. Give me 1 second.
Are you taking your seaplane?
I am.
Okay. Well, we have a bot to deal with. For some reason, I'm still not a mod.
Oh, yeah.
It's going a bit low.
No, that's normal.
It's also leaving without you.
Yeah. Sorry, just had to run some moderation. Very quickly.
Your plane has no weapons, doesn't it?
It's a scout plane.
Okay. I mean, technically, so is this. This one just scouts a lot more aggressively.
Okay. I am ready to go.
Alright.
Shall we?
1 second, because I have to fly around your ship over there.
I have to take off, so.
Oh, I just have to push spacebar to do that. Also, damn, this pipeline of yours looks so much like a graphical error that I had earlier today. Right, now I believe the desert is to the northeast.
Possibly.
Yo.
I like this little plane. It took me like less than 20 minutes to build, and it is...
It is... Well, I'm guessing you blueprinted it, judging by the rotor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. Fully blueprinted. But yeah, this thing is incredibly stable. Like, I need no scripts to fly it, basically. But it's not coming back from this trip. I will say
I
that.
see. I see.
I built it really quickly because it is so cheap to build. It has one battery, 2 thrusters, and a cockpit.
Okay,
The rest
so it's not really
is-
much in the landing department.
Well, it's a seaplane. It's designed to land on the ocean. Like, you saw it float.
Ish.
Yeah. Like, I can bring it back if I want to, but at the end of the day, I expect it to get shot out of the sky.
Well, I'm not going any closer than, like... I'm going with them 1 kilometer away from enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Big Roman Goose? Yeah, a little bit, I can see that. You are falling behind.
I know. I have a max speed of around about 50 meters a second.
Oh, this thing goes to more like 70.
Yeah, well, this thing is running on 2 small atmospheric thrusters. That is it.
Oh.
I did say it's not powerful.
Yeah, you spent 20 minutes building that. I've spent most of this stream building this.
Yeah, exactly. Like I could probably bring out a more powerful creation later on, but yeah. Oh fuck.
Well, this
my
wasn't meant to be
music
heavy
stopped.
duty either.
My music stopped and I can't stop to put it back on.
What was that about not needing any scripts?
Well,
Hands busy.
technically if I stick the thrusters to override,
But you'll use a lot more power that way. Actually, there's a question. This is like the same distance between the harbor and the bazaar. Does that... Are you gonna have battery power?
Yeah, I've got plenty.
Okay. Chat, what we are looking for is a desert.
Which should just be on the other side of these mountains.
Yes. I can see something orange on my left, but I don't know what exactly that is. That could be a planet for all I know.
Where are you now? Where have you gone?
I went straight northeast from the harbor.
Okay, so you went over the mountains.
Yes, I'm currently over the mountains.
I had to take a quick detour.
Captain Long has climbed the mountain.
I had to take a quick detour because I couldn't get height fast enough.
I see a solution to that.
Is more thrust? I know.
Is an upward thruster.
In fairness, this was my first test of aerodynamics and the water mod. The water mod's 3.0 update, where it stopped using tanks as flotation and started using like pressurization as flotation. This was my first test of that, so it was basically, how do I get a seaplane to float? Was my entire thing.
Some
with
people
this.
had quite a shock with that discovery.
I have come into contact with the ROS mining station for the nickel.
Okay, is that bad?
Well, it's 4 kilometers away from me, which means I suddenly know where it is. Not necessarily bad, it just means that I might get shot sooner than I expected.
I have encountered nothing just yet. But I am about to crest what I believe is the last part of this mountain range.
Mm-hmm.
What's the atmosphere like here? 97%, not bad.
But yeah, the mining station that I'm looking at right now, that is the nickel mine, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have you on my scopes at all anymore. Do you have an antenna?
Not on this.
Okay, then I'm not gonna find out where you are.
No. Unless you get real close to me, you will not. Oh, God.
You good?
And it's just summoned in defenses. The mining station.
You can summon ants?
Yes, it can.
Huh.
They all can. All the enemy bases can summon in defenses.
Oh, did you get within 800 meters?
I got within 1.4 kilometers before it's suddenly summoned in
That's
additional
worrying.
enemies.
You told me that couldn't happen, that they
No,
didn't
I
target
told-
beyond 800
I-
meters.
I told you it couldn't shoot you beyond 800 meters.
Uh-huh.
I never said it couldn't summon in other things to come and shoot you beyond 800 meters.
I'm going to quote my exact question to you. Does any part of Agaris meddle with AI targeting ranges, or am I safe to assume anything over 800 meters away can't see me?
Okay, no. It can see you. It just can't shoot you.
I can see something on the dunes here. But I'm also currently like 1.6 kilometers up.
Yeah, I'm being chased. But I'm
the part of
outrunning
my,
them for
my
now.
music that is currently playing had a beeping noise, and for a hot second I thought that was a warning for target lock.
I mean, yeah, that can happen.
Well, I have entered the desert.
I've been over the desert for a little while now, actually.
I
I'm
think we
still being
deviated.
chased.
If I turn on my antenna, they'll know where I am, I presume.
They'll know where you are regardless if you get close enough.
Yes,
Your
but my
anten-
main question is, can I safely turn on my antenna so you know where I am?
I won't be able to see you.
Right, no antenna.
Yep.
Well, so far I haven't seen... There's like a smudge on one of the dunes. Oh no, there's another one.
I mean, I'm currently flying relatively high over the desert at the moment. I can see my shadow on the desert, which is quite cool, actually. Yeah, I don't really know where I'm going. It does look very cool, this little plane
Yeah.
flying over the desert.
I can see my shadow, but I have no sign of you, nor indeed actually any population around here.
Well, wait, what color is the desert you're flying over?
Yellow. Same color as most deserts.
Okay, because there's a sort of a orangey red desert.
Yeah,
over
that's
to
that.
my...
I've been seeing that like along the mountain edge.
Yeah. I need to be within like 800 meters to be able to see your thing.
Correct. Well, I'm going to deviate east a little bit here.
I do feel the need to redesign this this vehicle, which, as nice as it is, it needs faster thrust and it needs more power.
Well, it was also made in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, that is
And
true.
and it flies, which honestly most things I make in 20 minutes don't fly.
Yeah, no, that's true. The thing is, it is, like, aerodynamically, it is sound. It is so sound that I don't even need to adjust it, and it'll fly level forever. Like, it's that good. The problem
so am I.
is, it doesn't have enough thrust, and it doesn't have enough power. It only has that single battery. Now, the reason for that is because when I originally designed it, I was trying to make it as light as possible so that I could get it to float. So it definitely needs some adjustment.
I'm coming upon an area that's like splotchy white in the sand. I'm guessing that that is the area where the gold is.
Possibly.
It's in about the right area from the map, anyways.
Yeah, I'm currently heading east-northeast-ish.
That's
I
about...
do see a small sort of splotch in the distance.
Of color on the sand, or like...
More like a installation of some sort, but maybe that's just...
Are you just looking at your shadow again?
No, my shadow's below me. I can see that pretty easily. Like a,
Yeah,
a pair
so
of
far this
towers.
desert has been... So far this desert has been entirely devoid of anything for me.
I have about 9 minutes of power left with my thrusters on override. And
Yeah,
this
it's
thing
not the
doesn't
most efficient
glide
way to fly.
particularly well. So once those 9 minutes are up, I'm going down.
Did we save before we left?
Did we need to?
I would have liked to have kept this ship, but I guess I can make it again.
Yeah.
I just need to remember to, like, turn off the gyroscopes before before they're all finished. Oh, I have a desert base reading.
Okay.
ROS desert base.
That'll be...
Unknown craft spotted. What?
Oh, yeah, they've spotted you.
I'm over 3 kilometers out.
Yep.
How in the dickery have they managed to spot me? Hostile site. Pardon?
Yeah.
Okay, I see them. And I see a number of craft approaching at speed.
Yes, that will happen. I'm still being chased by the ones that were chasing me from the mining base, but they're quite far behind me at this point.
We got there, 57Y, 60F. The accuracy of a goldfish, thank God. This is where having another person in my cockpits here would really help.
I know.
Note to self, a pair of Gatling turrets on this would probably come in handy.
I mean, your turret will target regardless, as long as you have an AI enabled on it.
Yeah, my assault cannon will probably destroy these. These are small. These are probably small ships, though they're not going to take much punishment. But also, neither am I.
Yeah, that's true.
And if I was going to be doing a dogfight, I'd prefer to be fully crewed.
It's also fair.
For one thing, I'm sat in the cockpit that doesn't have like a hotbar control of the assault cannon. Glad I shielded most of my thrusters. Oh, the solar panel's not on here either. Huh. Weird. It built with the solar panel originally. I wonder why it's not showing up now. Projector probably just doesn't have the most recent version, I guess. Well, how's you?
I'm apparently heading southeast now.
Oh.
Interesting.
If I fly along this edge of the desert, I might be able to see you at some point.
Hey, the thing is, I'm heading southeast, but I didn't change course at all, so...
I feel like thrusters might therefore be more, reliable, or like, functionally reliable than, flying.
No, it's just that I didn't change direction, which is why I'm confused. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I'm about to get shot.
I need to sue somebody.
What?
these ships actually that are chasing me greatly resemble my delivery drone. They resemble the hermit crab.
Interesting. I'm about to get shot, by the way. I am getting shot.
Oh, I am
actively
being
at
shot.
this
Yep.
point. Yes. Because I quickly changed direction and it enabled the people chasing me to catch up very quickly. It's fine, I've only got 4 minutes of power
Ow,
left.
ow, 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 ow. Oh right, whenever I enter the turret, for whatever reason, my my cruise control turns off. I'm not entirely clear on why that is, but it
I'm
meant
sure
I was
you'll
literally
figure
a
it
sitting
out.
duck for a hot second there. Right, well,
They're
now-
firing at me, but they're very bad at hitting, apparently.
Yeah. They've hit some parts of me. But that's because I forgot that for whatever reason, me controlling the turret does that. Right, well I think I've been spotted anyway, so I'm turning on my antenna.
Fair enough.
And the ore detector while I'm at it. See
Oh,
if can
I
get-
see you.
Oh?
I see you 15 kilometers away.
I do not see you.
I mean, I see you.
There are pieces of debris that are just following me.
Yeah, I see your antenna signal, and there's an ROS Red 57Y following you as well.
Yeah, there's a few things following me.
I have 3 minutes of power left. I might be able to make it to you and do a bit of a flyby. Although at the rate that I'm covering ground, maybe not. Apparently I flew quite far past you, as it turns out.
Well, I'm still flyable. Definitely taking some damage. But
I haven't taken any, surprisingly.
good
And I've
for
just been
you.
flying in one direction, straight. I think it's
Good
because
for
I'm
you, must be
flying
nice.
slow enough that all of the...
They're overcalculating.
They're overcalculating their shots, so I'm flying at just that point where they're not quite able to hit me. It's quite funny to watch, actually.
I've just got pieces of debris just following me. I can't imagine how these things are attached to me, but But yeah, I need somebody else in these seats so that I can fly and also have the turret working. Because that clearly is not a thing I can do as one person.
Apparently not. I'm currently 8 kilometers away from you. And you seem to be closing in on me quite quickly, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go down in the desert pretty soon, to be honest.
Well, my cruise control is helping, but it turns off whenever I access the turret. Very inconsiderate of it, but oh well. Also, my turret only engages within 800 meters automatically, so...
There you are. You are 5 kilometers away, and closing.
Losing? I'm currently flying towards the desert base.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Where are you?
Well, I'm below you, quite far below you, actually.
Annoyingly, these drones appear to have the behavior of trying to be at a higher altitude than me, which means my assault cannon turret can't shoot at them.
Yeah, I'm quite far below you at the moment, like.
Okay.
I'm heading
Sending.
towards the desert base, but I'm about to lose power.
What is your altitude?
Altitude is 750 meters and dropping. Dropping quite fast now, I'm afraid.
So am I. Except I'm doing it intentionally, and it got real misty all of a sudden.
Yeah, because it's storming. Oh, yeah, now I'm getting shot properly.
Probably by the guys chasing me. Oh, geez, there's
No,
so
by
many
the
drones
guys
around.
that were chasing me.
Alright, I'm gonna turn back towards the harbor.
Yep, here we go. I have hit the ground. Whoa, and I'm dead. They did not like my pretty red plane.
I may have to fly past your enemy targets to get
Yeah,
back to the
there's
harbor.
3 of them.
Oh, goody.
So good luck with that. Oh, that was fun actually. I haven't flown that plane properly before, so that was nice testing it out for a change. I need to do some adjustments to it, but I had fun. I enjoyed that.
For the love of God, targeting, go! Actually, don't bother. I'm about to outrun them. They're trying. They're trying. Am I out of ammunition? What? No. Oh, they might have damaged the conveyor. I have taken some core damage. I think they might have taken out the conveyor that's feeding the assault cannon. Oof.
I love watching weather phenomena from outside. They're just like big bowls of smoke and gas from outside the clouds, if you look at them.
Yeah.
Quite funny.
I didn't even see anything until I got low enough. I feel like this should be severely damaging my thrusters. Let's see. I've got 60% battery. I should be able to make it back, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There you are.
I think I see your wreckage.
Yes, you probably do. Oh wow, you have quite a few following you.
Yeah. Well, I'm popular. What can I say?
There's 9 of them.
Clearly, they
following
recognize
you.
the superior threat. Let's see, what's the projector say? Missing a landing gear, a Gatling gun, 14 armor blocks, and the solar panel. Well, I flew in without anyways. Ugh. But I'm 30 kilometers out from the magnesium mine. I should be fine. Okay, well, I was expecting a lot less resistance. Because you told me I should expect a lot less resistance.
I mean, all things considered, you survived pretty well.
I also didn't hit a damn thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can
if,
definitely
as intended,
see.
I had a second pilot here. If I had a co-pilot, then I probably would have been able to do some damage. But no.
I can definitely, like, now that I'm looking at your design properly, I can definitely see where you've fallen down with the aerodynamics. So, like, those flat-faced curves on the side where your wings are, they're not going to do a damn thing. They're going to actively cause problems because they're a flat surface. You need the angles on the front.
I mean, there are angles on the front.
I mean, there are angles on the front at the edge, barely. But, like, those,
Half the length of the wing.
I mean, yeah, but you're using the 2x1s in a vertical position. You need either the 45 degrees or the 2x1s in a horizontal position to get you better aerodynamics.
I think what I need is a gunship that can fire at things that are above me. Ideally,
yeah,
ideally
like,
more rapidly as well.
A turret on the top would probably do you wonders, honestly.
Absolutely. I need to have like at the back here just like an R2 droid shooting at people with an AA gun.
Something like that. But yeah, no. Overall, you've survived pretty well.
Well, I can.
There are
Thanks to the cruise control feature, I can literally just point in a direction and mostly outrun them.
there are definitely improvements to be made, but you managed to fight them off ish. Also,
Well, I
fair
managed to
warning,
outrun them. That's
I
different.
think you're getting relatively close to the mining outpost.
I mean, I'm pointed right at the exit here, more or less where I came in.
Yeah. No, you've done pretty well.
Oh, yep, I see the mining station.
Yeah, I thought so.
Just gonna gently turn to the right.
I'm following you with spectator cam at the moment, locked onto your vehicle.
If I hop out, will this thing automatically go to relative dampeners, do we think?
I have no idea. You designed it.
Well, that's not a me feature. That's that is a space engineer's feature. But it's not necessarily the most reliable.
True. But yeah, we should be able to get to the iron deposit relatively easily without requiring a defensive perimeter. The nickel mine's going to be more difficult to take over, but once we take out that nickel mining outpost and get rid of the rest of it, we can just we won't have to worry about getting shot at anymore. And once we get rid of the desert base, we can just have as much gold as we need. So yeah. Everything all right, Lion?
I was hoping to see if I could fly this just whilst I was stood on the wing, but I was too clever for that, and I can't turn cruise control on if there's no pilot. Curse my genius.
Curse your genius. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did get some peppered shots on the left hand side for the most part.
Yeah, I noticed.
But
I mean,
even if
overall,
I do have 4 batteries, so even if they had sheared off the entire rear end of this thing, it would still fly.
I mean, overall, like, you've survived pretty well considering you were being chased by 9 of them.
Oh yeah, I will survive enough to get back to base, and then report that they need to add more armor in the parts that are missing.
I mean, yeah. I think for next time, I'm going to put together a fighter jet or a fighter craft. Might build myself a Spitfire actually. That might be interesting.
I'm definitely going to make more of a gunship, something that isn't very fast, but will tear apart anything small, ideally.
Yeah.
Like one decently big gun, but everything else needs to be like AA, effectively.
Yeah.
So
or I might build something that has
a sky
some...
fortress. That's what I can make.
Oh god, you want to build a sky fortress? All right. Then go for it.
I mean, I could make it real smart.
Go for it. Why not? But yeah,
The main thing for that is I need to make an actual mine at the nickel.
Are you returning to... Ah, yes, there's the lake. You're returning to the harbor, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Just had to take a bit of a roundabout course so I didn't get more bogeys on my tail. Really, what should terrify you would be the prospect of me making a drone swarm.
I mean, I sort of expect that at this point, like.
I just make like a big, fairly slow carrier ship that just like plumps down like the little like drones that just sit where they need to be and shoot at things.
Okay, so the Nevermore.
Actually, I could do that actually with like not even using scripts. Come to think of it.
the Nevermore is going to have 4 cargo doors in the deck. If you want to put a couple of drone printers under there, you're more than welcome to.
Will that not melt you at some point?
What?
Will that not melt your PC at some point?
My PC's pretty damn good. I mean, I've got a 2080 RTX and a decent AMD Ryzen 7 CPU. It's not bad.
Okay.
It can handle hosting this world and streaming it, so...
I mean, that's not saying much. Mine could do that.
Well,
Alright, I am
suppose.
7 kilometers out from the harbor, where I will dock this thing, and we can call it for the evening, because we are half an hour over the industry here.
yes, we are half an hour over time, but as usual with these streams, we do actually end up going a little bit to a lot over time.
Yeah. It's the
and
way of
that's
space, and
not-
there's always one more thing.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing at the end of the day.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I was not able to detect any of the gold that's over there because I didn't get close enough to the ground.
Do you actually have an ore detector on that thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's not. It doesn't go very far because it's only a small grid, but
Yeah.
it goes far enough. The idea was
The ore detector on small grid is 250 meters, I think, with armor.
the ore detector on this is 300.
300. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's fine.
it's not much, but if I give it like a low fly across the desert, then I'll be able to find the gold.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea was to do that after I had laid siege to the desert base.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have marked it. There's a point. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, I'm gonna do next time. I'm gonna build myself a fighter or some form of maybe a bomber craft so that I can take out that nickel mine, and then we can start ferrying stuff from there.
I've just had a thought, and I wonder if it's exactly what I think it is. Hang on. I control this. Everything slows down.
Please don't crash into my docks.
Right. Okay. When I control the turrets, I'm not counted as being a pilot in the cockpit.
No, you're not.
So it shuts off the cruise control.
Ah, yes, that is a thing that you need to.
That's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't shoot back and like still keep moving. What's really
Makes
concerning is I
sense.
start dropping out the sky when I do that. Apparently.
I take it that you're going to dock in the hangar.
I'm just gonna land on the pontoon here.
Oh, all right.
This thing's more or less served its purpose and identified our weaknesses.
Ooh, careful.
Besides, there's a long tradition of me leaving ships here.
That then proceed to get disassembled.
Oh, I actually can't park here because all of my landing gear are dead.
Oh, would you like me to weld those up for you?
If you want to grab at least one of them, yes.
All right.
Ooh. Well, it took a bit of a beating, but the Bazaar, I think, had a good voyage. Need to get in front of the welders, but no.
A good first flight. Lying?
I noticed that as well.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
I have only one answer to this. That being goodbye.
How rude! How rude, lying. It's very rude of you. Fuck.
Well, we've established I can't fight them.
Except for one thing, I think they're following you.
Yeah, That's not inconceivable. So my best bet then really is to get to a very high altitude.
Hmm.
Could you maybe build a Gatling turret down there real quick?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Right, I better put this thing... I better get some controls for the assault cannon on this. Oh boy. Oh, yep, I got targeting range. If they're shooting at me, they're terrible shots.
They're not shooting at me.
Well, here goes nothing. Come on, you
I'm gonna
cheap
queue up a bunch of
knockoffs.
Gatling ammo.
Call yourselves hermit crabs. Jesus, what armor do these things have? Oh,
Relatively
there's
good armor,
there's
I
a
would
downside to my control scheme here. They blew off the indicator light. I need to turn on to engage cruise control.
think. Ah,
Well. Which I think might also have caused all of my gyros to go wonky.
Well, the Gatling gun is... Hold on, what's the range?
See
of the
one
Gatling?
of them below me. I don't know if that's attacking you.
Ah, that's why. There you go. Gatling is online.
For the love of God, turret, shoot! Nope, turret's dead. And I'm out of weaponry. So, into the sea, I guess, for me.
I guess. We've run out of magnesium.
Have we? Or is it just in the refinery?
Might be in the refinery, hold on.
Oh, this music is way too calm for what I'm currently going through.
No. We have 0.6 in the refinery. Which isn't enough. I think they might be leaving. Though.
Because they're still shooting at me!
Oh, I see. Right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go grab some magnesium pretty quickly,
Oh, good. Yep.
so that we can actually get
Oh.
some ammunition.
I'll just, hang out, I guess.
Yeah, you do that.
Why was I the only one that brought weapons?
Because I didn't expect to have to deal with combat today.
We were literally going to poke the enemies.
Yes, but I took a thing that I didn't expect to come back.
You could have sat in my cockpit. I specifically said I made it to include you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And yet, here I am, fighting on my own.
Well, you know.
I think I can outrun them for a fair bit here. I I've voluntarily sunk myself, so I don't have to worry too much about losing my vertical thrusters.
Hmm.
But I'm running out of forward thrusters as well.
Oh
Whoop.
dear.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. This is not the main cockpit. It is now!
Oh dear.
Oh, never mind. It's not the secondary cockpit anymore. Oh, there goes me.
Well, I'm trying to get some Gatling stuff
Oh no.
ready.
Lucian, I'm so sorry.
Are they? Oh, for Pete. Oh.
I said I'm sorry. I automatically respawned there. It's expensive.
Go away.
Where'd they? Huh?
I deleted them.
You couldn't have done that before they shot me out the sky.
Well, they've done enough damage.
I
feel.
would tend to agree. Let's see what's left of me over here.
Well,
It's just a
bugger.
trail of debris. Oh.
I think next time I'm actually gonna construct some defenses here.
That would probably
I
be
think.
wise, because they are definitely going to come back here the next time. Oh wow, this looks nice.
Hmm?
Have
Oh,
you
looks
ever,
nice.
like, seen footage of a dive to, like, a crashed plane from World War II?
Yeah.
That's
is
what
that...
this looks like.
Yeah. It's
It's
sort
like
of
seeing the
expected that.
wreckage of a warthog or something. I know that wasn't World War II, but still.
Hmm. Okay. Well, after all that,
That's certainly a way to end a stream, I think.
yeah. After all that, thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everybody. I'll be back on Saturday with something, and I believe Lying will also be back on Saturday with the carousel.
Correct. Over
you
at
can
twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon.
Yep, you can find Lying over at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon, as well as youtube.com/lyingtube, and
Got it right?
he also has a Patreon and all that. You can find all of my socials and everything underneath my stream. For now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us. I am going to go and raid a Zorinia 5 who is currently playing Forewarned. Thank you all very much for joining us today. We shall see you all next time. And I shall get on to repairing the damage done. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very
I
much for
did
watching.
say I'm sorry.
And have a very good evening, everyone. Raiders, ho!